Okay, what you think? What you doing? Hi, what you doing? Oh, yes!
Oh,
Yes!
okay, good.
Yes!
Yeah.
So over 52% of guys deal with erectile dysfunction in one way, shape, or form. But the common theme is that since we're men, we just tend to ignore it, right? Just what happens. Like, well, I don't want to go to the doctor. It's uncomfortable. It'll sort itself out. There are treatments out there, right? And thanks to the internet, we have more than keyboard warriors and internet tough guys. We've got the ability to take care of this and remove all the hurdles that are preventing us from dealing with it. And that's where today's video sponsor, Roman, is here to help. Roman is a digital health clinic for men. Roman provides effective FDA-approved treatments for ED. Treatment with the Roman platform is super convenient. It allows you to be evaluated, diagnosed, and receive treatment all from the comfort of your own home. The initial online visit and all follow-ups are free, and you'll always get free 2-day shipping. Shipping is always discreet, and ED treatments start at just $2 a dose. All treatments depend on gaining a prescription after a medical evaluation by a doctor or nurse practitioner on the Roman platform. So you know the website, it's getroman.com/SSR. If you click that link, then your first couple of boners are on me. Now, you're going to save $15 off your first month's treatment if you're prescribed. It's getroman.com/SSR, link right below in the description. All right, let's be honest. That was pretty wild. Everybody likes watching road rage and car crashes. It's just like you can't look away. But it's just so dumb, right? And we'll get into this, but I want to talk about road rage and just how it serves no purpose. And there's never any good outcome. It's one of those things. This one, and first off, let me, full disclosure, this one hits close to home because I'm watching this and I'm like, that looks very familiar. And then I see the exit sign. This took place like within a mile of my house. So I drive this exit every single day of my life. And I was like, oh, wow, that's pretty wild that this happened. Like usually you watch it, it's somewhere nondescript in Kansas or something. This was right here outside of my house. So that was cool. Now, this is on the Palisades Interstate Parkway. Runs from New Jersey by the George Washington Bridge, straight up into New York State, up into Bear Mountain. And this was in between the George Washington and the Tappan Zee Bridge. You heard me right. All the people that are local are like, yes, it's the Tappan Zee Bridge. Now, this took place, and there's two different angles. The one that I saw first was from, I don't know the guy's name, but his name's something Wong, and he posted these videos. They're both probably available on his YouTube channel. He doesn't have very many subscribers, but you can go over there if you want to click and support and comment and engage in the conversation on his channel, by all means. I'll put a link in the description for that. The first video I saw, I felt like something was missing, right? I just saw the beginning when he started filming from his phone.
Okay, time for road rage. Let's see. This idiot almost crashed into Uncle Walnut. Something stupid, come on.
And I felt like you're not getting the whole story. Then he posted the dash cam, because you saw the dash cam in the thing, and the dash cam tells a little bit more of the story, but as long as I'm not missing anything, you have these two guys, the pickup truck and the subject car that we're in, and the guy comes steaming up and in the cord and sort of like almost cuts in. At first, I wasn't sure if Uncle Wong was the guy in the pickup truck. I had no idea what the relationship was. Having watched both videos now, I can say that Uncle Wong, I'm assuming, is the guy driving the vehicle that the guy is filming from and documenting this about to be road rage incident. Now, road raging is dumb, but it does take two assholes, right? It doesn't, one asshole weaves in and whatever happens, that's karma. When you have somebody that takes offense, and this is one of the most maddening things in the world, takes offense to somebody else wanting to go faster, bad things happen. And this is not just in the US, this is globally. You want to look up road rage dash cam, like dash cams are the best thing to happen to road rage since televisions could bring stupidity to the masses. Now, you could go watch road rage crashes and road rage incidents forever on YouTube. You can get lost for weeks. But this one, as I said, hits close to home, and I want to pull it apart and see if it could have been avoided, because obviously it can be. Now, road rage to me, I don't get it. Because what's the end game, right? What are you gonna, like, and you're dueling out with somebody and over the dumbest nonsense, right? It's not like somebody wronged your life. They're in your way and they're not moving. Or now somebody wants to go around you and it's like, who are you to go around me? It makes no sense. Like, this is the dumbest one of the dumber reasons to get angry at somebody ever. Like, you just sit there, you wait, and you go on your way. Now, it does take two assholes, as I said, because one guy eventually just hangs out and gets around eventually. You may give him the finger, you may be upset about it, but you're supposed to keep right. We don't, I get it, it's America, I have no idea why we don't. We refuse to obey the simple logic as to the rules of the road. And when I say the rules of the road, I'm not talking about the speed limit, just the order in which cars are supposed to flow to make it the most efficient. Slower cars to the right, passing on the subsequent lanes to the left. If you don't do that and you have traffic moving at varying speeds in different lanes, it just becomes a hodgepodge of frustration, and it could lead to road rage incidents like this. Now, the worst road rage incidents are the ones where you have the two guys sort of battling it out, diving through traffic. Everybody's seen it, and everybody has the same expectation. A, I didn't know a minivan could drive like that, and B, like, they're going to crash and I'm going to watch it. And that's what ended up happening here.
Idiot.
Keep left to US 9W.
Okay, now we have brake check. Okay, what you think? What you doing? Hi, what you doing? Oh, yes!
Oh,
yes!
okay, good.
Yes!
Yeah.
Very nice.
Is that the guy ends up crashing and rolling over his car, which is spectacular to look at, but it was something that, like, think about it. You're now angry at this guy, right? Oh yeah, I hope you crash. But then nobody, like, stops to check on the guy. Does the guy deserve to, like, bleed out in his car because he wanted to pass you and you wouldn't let him go? I mean, that pickup truck is equally as complicit in this as the guy speeding. You're upset about somebody speeding? Let him go by, call the cops, let the cops go pull him over for speeding. But, like, doing something to make an unsafe situation and make this lunatic in the Accord now roll over into a mountain isn't the right play, right? And the end game in your mind, and I've seen road rage go the same way every time. You're either going to get out and fight a guy over nothing, right? You're legitimately, like, going to get out and duke it out or punch his car or something. For what? You're going to hurt your hand, you're going to cut yourself open, you're going to get your ass kicked, you're going to kick somebody's ass, all for what? I don't get the end game. Like, you look at the sports, like, all you could do is create a felony out of nonsense. I understand fighting people, right? Like, if you have to protect yourself, like, there's crazy people out there, there's people that have morally wronged you to the point where you're like, all right, we're going to fight. People fighting over, like, driving in traffic or going to a sports game. Oh, somebody spilled their beer on me. Time to throw down. Like, oh, hey, a Yankee fan at the Mets Stadium? Come on, pal. Like, we're going to throw fists. All you could possibly do is turn it into a felony, right? Like, you give somebody brain damage. You kill somebody. And, like, do you really think the Yankees fans are oh, Mike Jones, that guy, he killed the Mets fan. That'll show those Mets guys. Let's memorialize this guy. No, Mike Jones is in jail. Because of what? Because somebody was wearing a jersey from a different sports team at his stadium, which they don't even know who he is. Like, there's no upside to road rage. I get frustrated the same way anyone else does on the road. But the solution is not to get out and fight the guy. And then, as I said, it goes two ways. You're either going to get out and fight the guy, or somebody's going to crash and potentially get hurt, or it could end up like this. Now, that was a close call. That was, like, legitimately almost a head-on collision that killed the occupants of both cars. Is that Certainty? No. But if there was a head-on collision at 60 miles an hour, there's a good chance that those people are going to have their lives permanently affected by that. All for what? Because somebody passed you? Doesn't make a lot of sense, does it? Now, you also don't know who you're fighting with. If somebody is that unstable that they're going to get so worked up over the fact that you won't let them pass or you cut them off or you didn't realize something, what benefit is that? Like, luckily you're not in Russia. In Russia, they're all getting out with guns and everything like that and like throwing axes. And like it's the Wild West out there. But you're really going to argue with people over not, like, it boggles my mind. And the other way this ends, right? I said there was two ways this ends, is that like you're so worked up and like then you're like following them for a while and then you come to a traffic light and you're awkwardly like waiting for the light to change because you can't like look over because you're non-confrontational but you're angry. I've seen that happen all the time. So like there's no benefit to any of this. There's road rage brings the internet lots of enjoyment that they get to look at it, but you have to think about what you're getting angry over, or just avoid this by just not being that guy. If somebody's coming up and screaming up in your rearview mirror, it's not your job to get in their way, right? Just go to the right. You don't belong in the left lane to begin with. Go to the right. Get out of the way. Like why when somebody, like if a crazy person's walking up on the sidewalk, what do? You get away from them and let them go by because they're crazy. Now you got somebody driving crazy and you're going to impede because you feel the protection of your car. But then it goes completely sideways half the time. People get injured, people get killed, and it's just not worth it. So road rage to me doesn't make a lot of sense. It's very dumb. I'm the same way. I get angry with anybody, but I'm patient enough to wait it out and not get in a fight, not potentially harm somebody, and not put other people in danger over jockeying for position to get nowhere. I mean, that guy, the guy who flipped over, I'm sure the Palisades Interstate Parkway police already have this video. If they don't, I've had interactions with them. They know who I am. They watch my videos, so I'm sure they're going to see the now evidence of this crash. This guy, what is he going to do? Like, he could be injured. He could be in the hospital. He could be dead for all I know. And that's unfortunate. Nobody wants to do that over speeding through traffic, right? So let's put this all in perspective. If I could get one guy to like be like, you know what? I watched Rob's video and it's not worth it. Let me move out of the way. You go be an asshole somewhere else. Then my job is done here. But think about it. It's not worth it. There's certain instances where getting angry and fighting somebody or putting somebody in danger is worth it. Driving is not one of them. Rob Ferretti, thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.